Carson City may be a small town of 55,000 people. However, our high school is one of the biggest high schools in the state. In fact, 2,600 kids attend Carson High School. Students are offered a variety of activities, from sports to vocational classes. There's something here for everyone. But Carson High has one problem. The majority of the students are bad drivers. But not anymore. 5 students set out to make a difference. So they started the driver awareness program called Building Awareness, Taking Action. And that's exactly what they did.
I don't want to lose a friend to a car crash, and I want them to know that they need to be careful out there.
Phase 1, Community Awareness Fair. After months of planning, we are finally ready to put on our fair.
With the great advertising that's been done, I think the community's very aware of the Community Awareness Fair.
Coming soon, something so big, it could change your life forever.
To bring in a large crowd, we had free food and drinks, a dunk tank, bounce house, and Carson High's first ever Battle of the Bands. In between bands, we had guest speakers who presented safe driving messages.
Kids can always hear good messages, no matter how old they are.
I thought the amount of teens that attended the fair was phenomenal. Because of the Battle of the Bands, a lot of teenagers that normally wouldn't come to one of these type of functions showed up. We noticed that a lot of conversations are started between the adults and the kids while they're looking at all the items that we have on display.
I had the opportunity to walk around through the fair, talk with a lot of people. The variety of events was outstanding.
We had 500 people come by and visit our table alone.
We then had a drunk goggle basketball game demonstrating how alcohol affects your depth of perception.
It's just hard because you're like trying to run straight and like you think you are, but you're like falling all over.
Working with the fire department, we set up a realistic, safe driving course.
I was really impressed with the fact that you had people drive through sober the first time, and then they used the fatal vision goggles the second time.
Yeah, the drunk goggles, what was interesting is they lost control on the corners, and typically they'd either just miss the corner and go straight through the barrier, or they'd come through the corner and overcorrect and wind up on the left side.
It was really scary. I totally lost control of the wheel.
All of them walked away with something.
That one event brought more attention, longer line, and more applause than anything else that I saw out there at the fair.
Participants had an opportunity to see the results of lack of awareness. On display, we had a car from a real accident involving teens and distractions.
I've talked to quite a few people in the community that went to the fair, and they were very impressed by it.
The best part of the fair was just seeing the whole community come together and working with us.
We'll get some people out there and get them aware of things they didn't know about before.
Phase 2, documentaries and PSAs.
These student broadcasters are putting together a documentary, and there is more to this class than a test.
In order to produce professional documentaries and PSAs, we brought in Victoria Campbell from Channel 4 to teach the class important storytelling techniques.
When you're interviewing someone, like the people you're going to interview today, put yourself in that person's place and just have a conversation.
We then produced our documentaries.
I miss just being able to be a teenager.
And showed them to the entire community.
The documentaries and PSAs were shown on the morning announcements 3 days a week, so every day they get a new message shown to them.
Phase 3, Remembrance Wall.
We put together a remembrance wall with quotes and handprints from families who have been affected by car accidents. We put the wall up in the busiest area of the school so it could be seen by as many students as possible. The wall serves as a reminder to students that driving is a responsibility that needs to be taken seriously.
Phase 4, Safe Driving Sign.
In today's School Watch report, students in Carson City are actively taking a stand against reckless drivers.
After we got all the other elements of our project done, the signs really showed the community and reminded them to slow down.
I have one of the signs for the safety message up in my very front yard. It's a heavily traveled street in my neighborhood. The community effort, such as the signs, is a constant reminder to everybody that we need to watch out for our kids.
I think it's one of the best projects I've ever seen done at Carson High, if not the best. And it has not only had an effect on Carson High, it's had an effect on all of Carson City, and that's what's so important about it.